if you're trying to get your hair to go from this to this big of an afro, watch this video to the very end and I'm going to tell you exactly how I got my hair to go from this to this in just a span of 6 months. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Kozact and I'm back with yet another hair video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe. YouTube is telling me actually 90% of my viewers are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. If you're interested in growing your hair naturally, if you're interested in hair growth, or you have any questions like that, this channel is all about it. So go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you're notified when I do drop another video. For all of my regular viewers, thank you for coming back and seeing me. I appreciate it. But if you are just now beginning your afro journey and you're looking to maximize your hair growth and grow your hair as long as possible, as effectively as possible, and as healthy as possible, you've come to the right channel, you've come to the right video. I'm gonna be telling you exactly how to do that when you're just now starting off actually growing your hair and you're just now getting interested in growing your hair. First thing first, the first thing that's going to help your hair grow when your hair's around this length early on. So for all my guys who are early on in the stage of growing your hair and your hair is around that length, the number one thing you can do, and even throughout your hair growth, you're gonna always want to do this, but the number one thing you can do if you're not doing already is, one, make sure that you're properly moisturizing your hair. I cannot stress it enough. That is going to determine exactly how quickly your hair is going to grow, how healthy your hair is going to grow, and your overall time frame of like how long it takes for your hair to grow to the length that you want it to, is properly moisturizing your hair. So what comes with that is, one, when you wash your hair using a good conditioner, two, after you're done washing your hair, putting a oil on your scalp, oiling and actually massaging oil into your scalp. The oil will be actually a hair oil. So I recommend a hair oil rather than just using one oil or maybe a mixture of two oils. I'd rather you guys use an actual hair oil, which is a blend of plenty of different oils in just one, because I'll tell you, it's really hard to find which oil is actually going to be the best for your hair. You might try a certain oil and then you might not notice a lot of hair growth with that oil because that might not be exactly the type of oil that your hair really needs. You might try another oil and it'll grow your hair a little bit better than that, but it might not be the exact one that your hair needs. So I recommend a blend of it. There's plenty of companies that make a blend of oils. I personally will recommend Wild Growth Hair Oil because I've had very much success with Wild Growth Hair Oil. That's why you're gonna hear me talk about it a lot on this channel. It's because I've seen it work for me, I've seen it work for other people, so I just know it's something that's gonna work. So I very much recommend Wild Growth Hair Oil. The white bottle, not the red bottle, not the yellow bottle, but the white bottle. You're gonna put that in your scalp and you're gonna actually moisturize that into your scalp first, and that's just gonna be for your scalp at the moment. Next, after you're done moisturizing that into your scalp and you put an oil into your scalp, after you're done doing that, you're going to then actually put a moisturizer in your hair. So you're gonna actually put a leave-in moisturizer into your hair. That's gonna be a product like As I Am, Shea Moisture, any good leave-in moisturizer that you might already be using, or if you don't have one, you wanna go get a good one. And that's going to just actually be for your hair. So after you then put that oil in your scalp, you're going to now actually moisturize your hair, get a good generous amount into your hands. You're gonna work that into the roots here and then up into your hair, and you're gonna make sure that your hair is moisturized. That is going to be very crucial for your hair growth. There is oiling your scalp properly with actual hair oil and moisturizing your hair, and then after that, of course, you're gonna seal in all that moisture with the hair oil again. So whatever hair oil you use for your scalp, you're gonna now use it on your hair after you condition it to seal all of that moisture in. And you're gonna oil your scalp every other day. So you're gonna oil your scalp today, the next day you're not gonna oil your scalp, the day after that you're gonna oil your scalp, the next day you're not gonna oil your scalp. You're gonna do that every other day. You're going to moisturize your hair based on how often you feel like you need to moisturize your hair. And what I mean by that is, if your hair feels dry, you're gonna want to moisturize your hair. If you run your hands through your hair and you pull your hands out, and if it's not like moisturized, you don't have moisture, and your hand don't feel oily or like has conditioner in there, then your hair is dry. Then you're gonna want to then again condition your hair. For me, I usually only have to actually condition my hair like once a week, and sometimes even once every 2 weeks, or once every like week and a half. That's me personally though. Some people might even have to moisturize their hair every day. Some people might have to moisturize their hair every other day. Some people might moisturize their hair every 2 weeks. It's depending on how well your hair holds moisture. And people's different hair textures and different hair types hold different amounts of moisture. Some people's hair is really hard for them to retain any sort of like moisture or even water. So yeah, that's all dependent on your hair. You're gonna have to learn your hair. You're gonna have to take time. It takes a little bit of time, but it's beneficial to figure out what's gonna work best for you. Second tip that I have for you guys is don't wash your hair so often. A lot of people wash their hair, surprisingly enough, like every day or like every other day. You do not need to wash your hair that much. Like, unless your hair is actually filthy. I don't know what you're doing that's getting your hair that dirty. Like, you got to be like running in mud or something to be like washing your hair that much. I know there are people who have like very oily like hair and like very oily scalps, and so they'll wash their hair like pretty often, but you don't need to do that. You don't need to wash your hair that often still. I recommend washing your hair once a week or once every 2 weeks. I wash my hair once every 2 weeks because my hair doesn't really get dirty. Shampoo is literally stripping. It's whatever's in your hair, doesn't matter, moisture, natural oils, it's literally stripping everything out of your hair. It's literally meant to literally wash your hair as if you would wash like your hands, or you were to wash like your clothes. It's literally cleaning your hair. So unless you guys literally have like dirt in your hair, I wouldn't recommend washing your hair so often, unless it's every once a week or once a week at most, once a week at minimum, twice a week, or even you can even stretch it out to once a month, depending on how dirty or like how often you feel like you need to wash your hair. For my people who have more oily scalps, I recommend, instead of washing your hair so often, substitute that out with conditioning your hair. So if you have very oily scalp, very oily hair, and you feel like you need to wash your hair, clean your hair every day, I recommend, instead of using shampoo, switch that out with a conditioner, or maybe even just rinsing out your hair. The reason I say this, and the reason why I'm telling you guys not to wash your hair so often, is because when you wash your hair, you're stripping your hair of all of its oils, all of its essential nutrients, all of its own scalp fluids, like the stuff that your hair needs to grow. Like, believe it or not, your hair actually does better when it's kind of dirty. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Your hair does a little bit better when it's actually kind of dirty. Not in the literal sense that you have dirt in your hair, but in the sense that your hair is like oily and like kind of funky a little bit. Your hair will grow more. So stop washing your hair so often. And then the third tip that I have for you guys is don't pick your hair every day. I know that you're going on an afro journey, and people really associate like an afro with picking your hair a lot. You do not need to pick your hair every single day. A pick is meant to detangle your hair, and unless you really need to detangle your hair, I wouldn't recommend picking your hair. The only reason I say that is, one, because a lot of people don't pick their hair correctly, and two, when you pick your hair, you're actually pulling on your hair, and you're like adding a lot of strain to your hair. So you don't really have to do that every single time. And then this is literally the most important tip, or the second most important tip after moisturizing your hair, is going to be once your hair gets long enough. So I want you to grow your hair. If your hair's a little shorter like this, I want you to grow your hair and moisturize your hair and use that hair oil till your hair gets to around this length, which is around like 4 inches. Once your hair gets around to 4 inches, you can literally take a ruler, stick it in your scalp, and then measure your hair. Once your hair is around 4 inches, you want to immediately start to braid your hair. So this is where your hair growth is going to start to multiply. So when you braid your hair and you put your hair in a protective style, the reason that your hair is going to grow is, one, your braids or whatever is going to be tugging on your scalp. So tugging on your scalp is going to let your brain know that, oh, okay, this is a little tight, let me produce some more hair. So that's one. Two, it's also going to, whatever moisture they put in your hair or you put in your hair before you got your hair braided, is going to hold that moisture in there better than anything else can possibly like hold moisture. Like you'll be surprised. You will, like, I'll literally go months, like a month or two, without having to like put any sort of moisture in my hair when I have braids, because it's literally still like, I'll like literally put my finger on my braid, look at my finger, and it's moisturized. So it literally holds moisture super well. So the locking in of moisture there, the pulling on the scalp, it's going to now maximize your hair growth. And I cannot stress like braiding your hair enough. So if you really are looking to get your hair to like longer, you're looking to grow quicker, whatever, braiding it is the answer. So at this point in the video, my camera actually cut out. So that is all the time that I have for you guys today. I appreciate you guys watching. If this video was helpful to you in any way, be sure to go ahead and leave this video a like. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button with the bell, please. Turn on post notifications so you know when I post. But yeah, I am Kozact, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.